The magician introduces a deck of playing cards, a Sharpie and a post-it note pad. He writes down a prediction on one side of the note pad, a playing card. He keeps his playing card to himself for now. He then writes something on the other side of the notepad, which he allows everybody to see. It is the word red. He leaves this on the table where everybody can see it. He then shuffles the playing cards one last time. He then begins to slowly but fairly deal playing cards until Susan Sausage calls stop.
Stop it.
He fairly takes the stop that playing card and reveals it to be the 9 of clubs. I wrote down 2 things on the notepad. Red. I also wrote down a prediction. The 9 of clubs. Although impressed with the revelation of the 9 of clubs, Susan Sausage is left slightly confused at the word red until the magician points out that the 9 of clubs is the only red playing card in use. He invites Susan to inspect the rest of the playing cards, where she discovers that the deck is completely blue. I am Daniel Madison and this is The Stranger. You alright down there? I am Daniel Madison, welcome back. Thanks for being here, thanks for choosing to spend some more time with me and Charlie Madison today. We appreciate it. In this video, I'm going to teach a dope trick called The Stranger. It gives me an excuse to finally start using these playing cards a little bit more. In fact, both of these decks of playing cards, when I'm done with this video, I'm going to give these decks along with the box set that they came with to some lucky person watching this video right now. Stay tuned all the way until the end and I'll tell you how you can win these. These, by the way, have just been launched on Kickstarter July the 1st from the Expert Playing Card Company. This is a lovely box. It's a Kickstarter project and I've got quite a few little add-on things very interesting. I'll leave a link in this video description if you want to go check it out. There it is. Now let's talk about The Stranger. I teach so much sleight of hand and so many sleight of hand techniques. A lot of people have been asking me to start teaching tricks so that the sleights come second. And I feel that way too. I feel like I want to start teaching more and more tricks. This is a good place to start on this trick, The Stranger. And timing is perfect because I've just released the Second Deal Masterclass over at my website. The Second Deal is the deceptive art of secretly dealing the second playing card from the top of the deck whilst appearing to deal it fairly from the top. This is a heavy masterclass that's added to the library along with the bottom deal masterclass, Greek deal, center deal, and all the rest. I leave no stones unturned and I teach everything that I know about the second deal. I'll leave a link in this video description. The reason I mention this, the reason I talk about this, The Stranger relies on a second deal. So although I'm going to talk a little bit about the second deal and I'm going to show you in its most basic form the second deal in this project, I'm by no means going to use this video to teach the second deal. This video is all about the trick. It's a dope trick that involves a prediction and then in the end there's a very lovely surprise when they realize that the deck is now a different color. I'm Daddy Madison. Get yourself 2 decks of playing cards. This is The Stranger. So we're using 2 decks of playing cards for this and it's important that there's a good contrast. That's why these decks work really well, the blue deck and the red deck. If you want to do this exactly the way that I do, the final prediction will make more sense because we're talking about the color of the back design, not of the playing card, which will make sense in a second. We're going to talk about the psychology of the performance and the deception itself afterwards. Right now we want to focus on the mechanics. We're going to use the blue deck in play. This is going to be the play deck, but it's going to appear to be a red deck of playing cards. So we're going to take the 9 of clubs. This is our prediction card. We're going to take the 9 of clubs. Don't need the deck anymore. It's the only red back deck card in the deck now, and I put this on top. I want to convince my participant, my audience, that this is a red deck of playing cards, and it's very easy to do. Leave the red card on top. I can shuffle as long as you only see the faces of the cards, and I can just stand with a card like this talking the whole time. More importantly, the biggest convincer of this, which we'll talk about a little bit later, is the fact that we're going to have been using a red deck of playing cards for the whole set. While we've been with our audience, we're going to be using a red deck. And then just as we get to this trick, we're going to switch, not as a technique, not as a deck switch, but we're just going to switch the decks and put the prediction card on top of this, so that when we come back to do another trick, oh, by the way, here's another trick. They see the red deck that they're used to, they believe it's the same deck. So I put the deck down, we can always see, it's always inside, we can always see that it's a red deck. I write down my predictions now. I messed up when filming, so I've already done this. I've already done the prediction. So we write the prediction on one side, I write 9 of clubs. I don't want anybody to see this. I then turn this down and write red on the back, quite big. So I write red on the back. I do want people to see this. So I put a prediction down, 9 of clubs face down, pen on top, securing it, making sure no one's going to move it or tamper with it. The word red is in plain sight. Now, I kind of want them to believe that red is a prediction for either heart or diamond. I'm never going to say that. I'm just writing down the word red. That's why we're using a deck of red playing cards. Or it appears to be a deck of red playing cards. I shuffle the playing cards and I say, I'm going to deal playing cards. And as I'm shuffling, I'm showing them the faces of these cards. I'm not showing them the back, so they can't. If I do this, then I've ruined the whole deception. So all the while, all I'm doing, pressing my fingers against the deck so that the red card always stays there. It's a very simple idea. So I shuffle the playing cards and I say, I want to stutter really badly. I'm going to deal playing cards out onto the table, and just whenever you feel like it, just call stop, and that will be our playing card. I don't like the idea of saying, give me a number between 1 and 52. It's too formulaic, it's too strict. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, and we draw attention to that moment when we get to their number. When we ask them to just call stop, then it's very momentary, it's very in the moment, it's very easy to, it feels normal, it feels like a real situation, it feels more relaxed. So I keep showing them back, I'm not going like this, look, I've got a red deck, but I keep it kind of on display until I get to the deception. So now I'm going to deal playing cards onto the table, face up. So I'm going to be dealing them all face up, one at a time, off each other. All the while, I'm going to be second dealing. So I'm not taking the top card. Second dealing is the art of deceptively dealing the second card down in the deck, whilst appearing to deal it fairly from the top. So a second deal, when we do it for this trick, looks like this. I push the top card over, I take the next card down, which is blue, like this, and I turn it face up, and I turn it face up in a faro deal. I believe that's, forgive me if I'm wrong, I believe that's a faro deal, when you take it like this, and then turn it face up outwards, like so. So that all the while, only I can see the back, so I can see a lot of blue, but I'm always flashing red to you. So from here to here, here's what, I'll get you in focus. I will move the camera in a second so you can see this properly. The red, they see the red. I push this all the way over. My thumb takes the blue card from here, and as soon as my finger takes it away, my finger and thumb, it's turned face up and placed down. So they do see the back of this card. I wait until my wrist is twisted enough before I push the top card over, because if I do it here, it's going to be a problem. So I get here, very slowly and carefully take that second card, and as I put the card down, I flash the back once again. All the while, you believe that you're seeing red back playing cards. They can call stop at any point. So when they do call stop. By the way, when you're dealing these playing cards, you don't want to rush, you don't want to hold the deck too tight. Everything that I know about the second deal and the application and execution of it, the philosophy, the psychology, the body language, the behavior, everything is on the Second Deal Masterclass, which is on my website right now. Kind of why, what led me to do this trick in the first place. Anyway, so flash up here, show the face down. As you put this playing card on the table, that's when you show the back of this again. It's like a perfect compromise and marriage between these two hands. They're making the same motion, almost like a music conductor. They're doing the same thing, they're mirroring each other, and they're both doing a separate job whilst appearing to be one thing. So we come together like this, up, we we take the card and then go back down. Meanwhile, I'm showing you the red card here. I'm taking the card very slowly, very fairly, and putting it down to show you this card here. You believe it's red because you see it red here. You always believe it's red, but really they're all blue. And this is the deception itself. So when we get to here, and they call stop, they can call stop at any point. Ideally, there's quite a few playing cards on the table already. They call stop at this point. You say, do you want to keep going or do you want this card? Do you want this card? Are you out of focus? I'm sorry. Do you want this card? This point, if they want to keep going, and you don't say, do you want this card or this card? Obviously, we don't want any of those cards because they're blue. You want to say specifically, do you want this card or do you want to keep going? Or do you want to stop there or do you want to keep going? If they say stop there, then this is the card. If they want to keep going, it makes the trick a little bit better because you're free with it. You're like, okay, whatever you want, let's keep going. And then they go, okay, stop, yeah, I get it. It could be any card. That's the message you want to give. You want to give them that it's not strict. There's no definite rule to it. It's just any card. The whole purpose of tricks like this and using things like this in a trick is that the playing cards don't really matter. They're not a big deal, and that's the message you want to give. I don't really care. I don't care. We just need a playing card for this trick to work. That's all. So the more hands off, the more relaxed, the more you seem to step back and not give a flying monkey about the deck, the more real it feels, the more real it looks, the more real the magic will feel at the end. So they call stop, and we're in this position where if I take this card away, we see blue. I don't want that. We really don't want that. So I'm going to take it in the same way that I take these, and I'm just going to tilt the deck, twist my wrist enough so that I know that you can't see the backs of these cards. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be very casual, very relaxed with it, like this. Of all the cards, you settled on this, the 9 of clubs. And I put it down, face down. This does a few things for our deception. One, it allows us to protect the blue backs from being seen at this point. So I'm here, I take the card. 2, it fairly shows that playing card. I'm not being secretive about it. I'm not taking it off and keeping it hidden, because all the methods that you have to take that card off whilst protecting the back of these playing cards makes it look suspicious, makes it looks like something's up to no good where you go like this, or you might lift it like this. It all looks weird. Make it look as fair as possible, and it feels more real and more fair because you're revealing the playing card right there, right then. You're not hanging about, you're not wasting time, you're just going, this was the card you stopped on, the 9 of clubs. Everyone's looking up here, no one's looking at the deck. So I put this down, face down, so that you see the red back. For one last time, you're going to see red. I put the playing cards, look at the position of this right now. I can hear someone screaming outside. I think it's an annoying small person. So look at the position of my hand, this whole position. My hand, the backs are facing me, and it's very natural now for my hand to just go down and add these to the pile. It looks like such a natural thing, and it's such a suggested thing to do because that's where all the cards are. And we're finished. We've got our card. I can get rid of these. And I don't want to rush it. I don't want to get rid of them quick. I don't want to take my time. I don't want to look like I'm protecting these blues. So I just put it down casually and don't even make a point of it. Now I'm hands off. I'm free. I'm clean. Everything's ready for the participant to inspect. I now point to the I was going to say prescription, like I'm a doctor, but I point to the prediction. I say, when I said red, when I wrote red down, I didn't mean that I thought it was going to be a heart or a diamond. I mean, the card's got a red back, right? I'll show you what card I predicted. You chose any card from the deck, and you chose the 9 of clubs, and I predicted the 9 of clubs. Let it sink in a little bit that you got this right, that this went right. The whole point of this is you're setting a little bit of confusion into them by using the red. It's a distraction. It's kind of what's he talking about that for? It's one of those beautiful moments where it doesn't make sense, but the magician's talking so comfortably. Red, because I didn't think it was going to be a heart or diamond. It's just the word red because this card is red. And they're like, in their mind, well, yeah, so are all the other cards. So you're setting the seed, you're putting the seed in their mind. So then you say my prediction is the nine of clubs, and you got it right. Then you put it down, the prediction, so the nine of clubs is face down, so we can all see the word red. And then I'm going to say, and the reason why the word red is so important, and the reason why I wrote red down, and the reason why you chose the nine of clubs and you couldn't have chosen any other playing card, is because it's the only red back deck card in this deck. Allow them to pick the deck up and inspect to discover that every single playing card in the deck is blue, and the job's done. Everything can be inspected, nothing to hide, and completely clean. And because you set that seed of doubt or that seed of confusion in them about the red, maybe they figured it out before you even showed them, and that's a beautiful thing. And if they didn't, again, it's a beautiful thing, because what a beautiful moment when you stood there, hands empty, you've not done anything suspicious, you've dealt as fairly and as slowly as possible, and you've stopped on any playing card. You wrote your prediction down before we even began. You didn't touch it. It's one of the cleanest tricks. One of the cleanest tricks in terms of brainwave and color changing decks and all that. So I think I've covered everything about the stranger, the trick, the stranger. I've performed this for years and I've always kept it a secret. But with the arrival of the Second Deal Masterclass, I wanted to get this on film and share it with you. So that's the stranger. I'm going to change the camera angle and we're going to have a little chat about the approach to it and the way that you're going to switch this deck into play, because I think it's important that we at least address a method for that. Yes! Haha! So the stranger. Oof! Ooh! That's the noise you make. Haha! So the stranger, yes, I make that noise because it's one of those tricks, it's one of those, what? Especially when you do the work first. And when I say the work first, or before we get into that, there's something beautiful, don't you think, about sharing a prediction, having it open so that they can all see. And this gives you the best of both worlds. Like, part of it's hidden, part of it's mysterious, but a huge part of it's open. I think it's a beautiful thing. By the way, if you're gonna use post-it notes, maybe use a few so that it's not see-through, because you can see straight through that. You can see straight through to the nine of clubs. So, especially when you do the work, you know what I mean? Especially when you do the work, when you're doing tricks, and you're showing tricks and dope tricks. All the tricks I taught you, you're showing them all with this red deck. And the whole time you're showing people tricks with this deck, and then you do a mother flipping deck switch. You know what I mean? So we get just a silly idea, we get the nine of clubs to the top of the deck. Nine of clubs to the top. And this is after we've shown loads of tricks with this deck already. So now we're in a down moment between tricks. So we've just done a trick and it's over. Maybe we're talking about sausages a little bit, just mixing it up, getting attention away from the deck. Meanwhile, you're still holding the playing cards because you're still mid-performance, So I'm going to hold on to the deck from above here with the free hand, and I'm going to steal the deck away. I taught this, I think, in a video recently. Remind me what it is, where you hold this card like this and it looks like the full deck. Oh yeah, it was the effing aces. So it looks like you're holding the full deck. Meanwhile, you take the deck to your pocket and it looks like you're still holding the deck here. So we got the nine of clubs and I take this to my pocket. Still talking about sausages. Oh, that's a lovely sausage. Do you like this one? Do you like that one? Look at this one here. So while you're having your sausage chat, you're getting the blue deck out of a different pocket. You can bring in the blue deck now into play underneath the top card. So now I've loaded and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go for this trick. The beautiful thing about that, now the argument is up there because you could just put the deck in your pocket and then say, oh, do you want to see another trick? I'll show you a trick, and then bring this out all ready to go. All ready to go. Just have it like this in your pocket and then just bring it out. I do like the idea that you set it in their mind for a while now that you've been using the red deck, and I like the idea that you've never seen to take this deck to your pocket. It's always in front of them like this. So once you've loaded that blue deck underneath, then you can go straight into it. I'm going to show you something else. There's some nice subtleties. I like playing with the idea of having two red cards. Now, The reason I was going to teach this, but the reason I didn't, if you have 2 red cards, 9 of clubs, 7 of spades on top, this allows you to show this off as a red deck so much more. So you can push the top card over and show underneath, or you could drop a card by accident, or you could just handle them more freely. Especially at the moment when you've dealt your cards to the table, face up of course, when you get to that point, at this point you can do this. You can go, this was your card, and now I'm showing a red card here and a red card here, and then at the end, once I put this down, I steal that red card and put the blue deck down, and I'm gone. Now I'm completely clean. The dilemma that brings, the reason I didn't teach it, because it would involve me having to teach you a very intricate card technique, which is a third deal, basically dealing the third card down in the deck, and I don't want to get into that yet. It's not my place, and I want the second deal masterclass to settle in, but there's the idea of making it further convincing that you're using the red deck the whole time. Not that you ever need to. You don't need to convince somebody of that. A really nice thing as well, which this leads into, is once the trick's done and the deck's blue and you've got a red card, the amount of tricks that you can do now with a red card and the blue deck is incredible. There's some fantastic tricks, and I've got some on my list that I'm going to teach on this channel. Maybe I'll follow this video up with one. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But there's so many cool tricks that you can do at this point. You can change this card, change the face of it. Like now we know there's one red card in play, and it's a blue deck, then we can play with that in a very, very interesting way. I did say in this video that I'm going to give these decks away now that I've used them, so I'm going to sign a few playing cards in this deck. I usually sign the 9 of clubs, so I'm going to sign. In fact, you know what, I won't do that. I won't sign these cards because I want the person to have them, whoever has them, for these to be usable at least. And if I'm signing them, then that kind of ruins them. But I will put something in the package too. But we're going to go to the outro now, so I can tell you how you can get hold of these playing cards. Ha! That's right, Charlie. Let's go. That was The Stranger. If you want to learn the second deal in much more detail, head over to my website. There's a link in this video description. The second deal masterclass is available right now. I'm going to give these 2 decks of playing cards away in this box set, along with my personal note from Bill Kalush. I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give it to somebody watching this video right now. All that you have to do, make me laugh, make me smile, tickle me. I'll choose someone from the comments in the next video, somebody who made me laugh, somebody put a smile on my face. That person will be the lucky winner of these Jerry's playing cards. I'll be back soon with some more dope tutorials. All I ask in return, make sure you subscribe so you get that notification bell going ding 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 the next time I drop a new tutorial. Links to everything is in this video description, including a link to my new dope merch. I'm Daddy Madison. See you next time.